So today we're talking about Pluto in the 12th house for those of you who have it in your birth chart. This is the downfalls. Now, before I get into the downfalls, I want to talk about Pluto from an evolutionary standpoint, because I am of study with Hellenistic traditional astrology, but also evolutionary astrology. So when we're looking at the 12th house, that is of a spiritual nature, and we put Pluto there, which is of an evolutionary nature, it's important to understand the role that Pluto has. And before I get started, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on your notifications, and know that your support and engagement really does help my channel to grow. And in doing so, I reach more people who are in need of guidance for healing. Now we're talking about Pluto with the evolutionary purpose. And Pluto in our soul's evolution is in connection with the nodes and the moon. But I want to just isolate Pluto. And I've got my notes here to keep me on track, because I don't want to take too much time with this. But I want to give you a clear idea of Pluto, because it's an outer planet. We're not talking so much about our own most inner selves, our characteristics, our personalities, like the traditional planets. We're talking about our personal experience here on an evolutionary basis. And this is what Pluto is meant to show you. Pluto is where in your 12th house, it shows you what you came here to accomplish. It shows you what you're being tested at. It shows you and correlates to certain choices that you make in your life. It is a place where, and the house content of where we need to be consistent, because it's part of our purpose to evolve our soul. This makes sense that it's wrapped around decision-making, accomplishments, being consistent in a transformational, metaphysically, death, rebirth process. So you put that into the 12th house of spirituality, of either falling and succumbing to the detriment of the 12th house, or rising up to the enlightenment and the soul's evolution of the 12th house on a surface level and spiritual level and healing level. It's like, wow, right? Pluto in the 12th house. There is a confrontation that is needed for you to be aware of in order for you to transform, in order for you to expand yourself, I believe, with Pluto in the 12th house. Because the 12th house is of hidden things, it's of addiction, it's of deep self-sabotage that requires an undoing, right? A healing process. And you put Pluto there where it's focused on where you need to evolve. It's of a spiritual nature. And so when you look at the downfalls, you really got to look at, where do you feel that transformational experience in your life on a spiritual nature, of a healing nature? What did you experience that you may be trying to mask with addiction, obsession, maybe? Where is it that you're blinded to, that you might be painting a mask around that, right? The 12th house is of hidden things. It's of hidden enemies. It's in aversion to your first house. You also have to take a look at the zodiac sign that is within your 12th house to see how that's also going to flavor and characterize your Pluto experience for you on your life path. There's a hidden power within your transformational experience, evolutionary experience on a spiritual nature within the 12th house for you to awaken to. These powers, deep feelings and intensity. Some other downfalls of Pluto being in the 12th house could be, because it's of the underworld, it could be a deep sexual, secretive, underworld, obsessive nature as well. That could also be representative within the 12th house. Again, you got to look at the zodiac. You have to also pay attention to the aspects to your 12th house and the relationship with the other planets. Again, because Pluto is of an evolutionary experience, we also want to take a look at the nodes and the moon. So as you can see, it's complex. There's a lot of things to begin looking at when you have Pluto there, because it's so powerful and it's so transformational. When you think of Pluto, think of Tower card in tarot, and then you put that into the 12th house of 12th house is just, it's a struggle of addiction, of suffering. There is a deep purpose behind your life experiences in a transformational way that is meant for you to be of service to other people. So please know that when you look at downfalls and the content of the 12th house, that's meant for you to really begin evolving through and from, that it comes with great purpose of service to others in your experience. Until next time.